Hello, Hope Dealers. Happy December. And my apologies again for getting the time wrong for Cecilia's call last night. I just checked right before. The recording is still not there. Cheryl, I'm dying that you're brand new to the team. And the first thing you try to get on, I have given the wrong time. You don't know me enough that I'm such a detailed person that rarely happens, but it did. Still beating myself up for it. I will post the recording as soon as she shares it. From what I could tell from the few minutes that I did hear, thinking I was getting on early and would just wait for them to get started, was very surprised to see the full screen and going. Believe me, it is a call that we all want to hear, as every call that Cecilia does always is. So the first thing that I would love to talk with you about tonight is that when we come off of a month like November that was just overloaded with those 20% sales, and first it's the sets, and then it's fizz and the protein and all this, and then free signups popping in there yesterday and today, it can make you think, starting tomorrow, like, what do we have to work with? And I just want to encourage you to remember that every single day we have our incredible products. We have our incredible preferred client benefits. We have a life-changing business opportunity to offer. Months like November are great for getting extra orders and a bigger paycheck, but real growth in our business does not come from steals and deals and depending on Arbonne to run one of those things. It comes from simply enrolling new preferred clients and giving them good service and enrolling new consultants. And then we also every day, or at least right now, have lots of newer products that many of our current preferred clients haven't tried. Green Synergy, Mushroom Powder, Immunity Fizz, Boysenberry, Lavender Fizz, Dream Tea, and Elevate Mascara. Does anyone have theirs yet? Mine's still en route. Okay. And some still haven't tried the Derm Results Advanced line because they were so stocked up on skincare before. So that's still new to a lot. And in December, we do have the holiday sets that are 20% off before the discount while supplies last. I have ordered so many of these, I can't even count, of the little trio of rejuvenating cream, and have been sending them with a Dream Tea and an Immunity Fizz and a heartfelt thank you card in here to my preferred clients. These are a little short waiting for my Dream Tea and Immunity Fizz to come in because I ran out of those. So they are lined up here ready to be, completed. So I just encourage you, a little sidebar there, take advantage of this holiday product sale and try gifting some of your, if you can't do it to all your preferred clients, at least some of your very best ones that you've had the longest relationship with, or they're very consistent in ordering. It's a good way to show how much you appreciate them. But again, enrolling new preferred clients and new consultants is the lifeblood of our business. And if you didn't think that we had something to work with in December, we do have something coming that I am bouncing off the walls, excited about. Never thought I would be excited about an auto ship program, but this one is blowing my mind. It is called Replenish Me. They are aiming for this to start around December 15th. That's not a firm date, but that's Arbonne's aim. All right, listen to this. It's preferred clients only. We don't get it. Our preferred clients do. They get a free product from the list and free shipping with a 100 QV order. Right now, they're paying $7.95 shipping, and they're getting a free product that Arbonne chooses when they place a 100 QV order. So Arbonne's making the new auto ship really align with our preferred client benefits, where the preferred client gets to choose the product, and they're making it at 100 and taking away that $7.95 shipping charge. It gets even better. After 3 consecutive months of a preferred client placing these 100 QV orders, getting their free product, their free shipping each time in Replenish Me, they will get a $50 voucher in month 4. Is that cool? And then it starts all over again. 3 consecutive months of 100 QV orders, and they get a $50 voucher in month 4. To be honest, I have not promoted auto ship to my preferred clients ever before because of the $7.95 in shipping. My preferred clients have been well trained by me, as I know many of yours have, and are very consistent about using their free product rewards, ordering every other month at least, with at least a 150 order, getting the free product of their choice and getting free shipping. So I just didn't confuse the issue with auto ship and then having them go up to a $7.95 charge when they were getting free shipping. And, the confused mind says, no, you didn't want to compare one thing against the other, but wow, I can and will promote this one to every single preferred client. And it takes a lot of the time that I spend reminding my preferred clients of their free product reward when it's already set up, and they'll get to do it through this. And they don't need me to tell them how smart it is to be getting a $50 voucher every fourth month. They'll be able to edit the auto ship. They'll be able to choose every 30 or 60 days. I don't know if they can also choose 90, but of course I will be encouraging that every 30 days so that they will get those $50 vouchers every fourth month. So if you're not writing anything down yet, grab something and write down this little bit of Arbonne math, because this is fun. Let's just say your preferred client loves the Green Synergy Elixir. That is the only thing that they really want to put on auto ship, for my example. That's 115 QV. So the cost to the preferred client is 92. Let's say they order their Energy Fizz free, because that's the daily gut reset. So they order their Energy Fizz free. The total value of these two is 180. 115 Green Synergy, 65 Fizz equals 180. They're paying 92. That is just about a 50% discount. If that number was 90 even, it would be a 50% discount. Basically, this is a 50% discount. So now the fourth month, they get the $50 voucher. So what are they paying now? 42. So if you take 4 months of the total retail, 720 is what 4 Green Synergies and 4 Fizz would be, 720, divided by what they actually pay, 92, 92, 92, and 42, that equals 318. That averages $79.50 a month for the $180 of products that month. That's 56% off. I can't order at 56% off. I order at 35% off and I pay shipping. So might be a preferred client in our house placing order. Somebody is not muted.
You want to run the dishwasher? Yeah.
Can whoever mute? Anyway, how cool is it to be able to show them that they can do 56% off? However, this is not available yet. And I always think of what our friend Kate Stone taught us 2 or 3 years ago, where she taught us that acronym SWOT, sell what's available today. I am not going to be telling my preferred clients, wait, don't order yet. Let's wait until the December 15th and see if this comes out, because then I can put you on this. You know what, Arbonne, I don't know what it takes to put one of these programs into place, but what if it takes another week? What if it's December 24th when this thing goes live? I'm not going to spend that day trying to get all my preferred clients to order on Christmas Eve. I would say, be excited that this is coming. Be ready to tell your preferred clients about it. But between now and whatever day that goes live, keep on just focused on what we do have to offer. Does that make sense? All right. So now what you thought I was going to start off talking about is what? The trip, the new Arbonne incentive trip. And this is such a different, if you've been around, some of you have not been around for years, but the last 3 trips had some different qualifications where you could earn it by selling tons of products. You could look at that and go, okay, even if I don't promote anyone, here's the amount of products or amount of sales, divide it by the number of months and go crazy. This one is like all the ones that we've earned before, these last 3, where the best approach is to look at this one and go, I can help others to know about this opportunity. I can help them to start strong and promote to district manager and beyond. And as a result of my serving others well, my own business is going to grow, and I'll also earn the trip along the way. That is the way to think about this one, because it all has to do with reaching out and helping others and at the same time, yes, working your personal business and having your own sales. So I wish I could ask each one of you, what did you think when you saw the qualifications for earning this? Did you say, yes, I will be in Costa Rica in October. Or did you say, what? No way on earth. I haven't even promoted one district. Or maybe I haven't promoted a district yet, and I'm supposed to promote 4 of those and have 100,000 QV minimum over 6 months. First of all, on the QV, this is absolutely not one where you can look at that number and divide it by 6 months, or you can divide by 7 because we get to count December twice. But regardless, don't divide it by 6 or 7 and make a plan to work around the clock and personally have that much QV per month all by yourself. You will burn out. That 16,000 QV is about what it averages to per month. That would be overwhelming. And even with that much QV, we wouldn't earn the trip without having the 4 minimum direct promotions. So how do you make a plan for this? First, it's in your mind first. The event is where you win this to begin with. You think about what choices you want to have in life 1 year, 3 years, 5 years down the road, and ask yourself questions like, if I don't go for my goal, for that vision for down the road, who is affected? And if I do go for my goal, who is affected? And once you're really clear on what you want for this bigger vision, then decide that you'll do whatever it takes to turn it into reality. Choose to believe that you can. Fuel that belief daily by what you read and what you listen to, by speaking only words of life over yourself, over your business, over your family, over your team, even if your entire team is a future team. And then get into activity, be willing to work for it, and think, what if you gave this 6 months of 1000% effort? What if you believed that you could help 4, 5, 6 others promote to district? You would promote to area manager in the process, and the range at area is 1,000 to 3,500, with the middle of that being around 2,000 to 2,500. And as I've heard Cecilia say so many times, the biggest reason for setting a goal is for the person you become while pursuing it. And I love that, because it makes it where there is no downside, because that kind of growth, who we become, is the biggest win. I'm just going to say one quick thing about the QV requirement. And that's even after your new district managers promote out of your district, their volume continues to count all the way through. And when you listen to Cecilia's call, I know that Tracy Schutz is going to use this more detailed tracker, because she used it on the VP call yesterday. So I've heard that training, and she does it on Cecilia's call that's coming soon. So I don't want to use our time to repeat that, but she goes into much more detail on that with another tracker that shows a lot more detail. So for our call tonight, instead of trying to rehash all of that, I asked Connolly to share with you a few action steps that she's putting in place to start strong in earning Costa Rica. So Connolly, all yours.
Yep.
And you know a whole lot about earning trips, because you have earned more than I even could name right here. So go for it.
Thank you, Dina. So the first thing you kind of really touched on is just checking in with my why, or all of us checking in with our whys. So, it is true when you hear something that's big and kind of outside what you're used to, especially for the past. If you're new, you don't know the difference. So who cares? But we can see these really big goals, and, we kind of go one way or the other. So it's kind of taking a step back and really being aware of where you're coming at, like where is your headspace and why, and being self-monitoring is basically what I'm trying to say. So being really good at self-monitoring through this whole process, because it's really easy to see things as they are now and just shut down. So when you feel those thoughts creeping in, I have to really take a step back and check back in with my why. And so if my why isn't big enough, then my fears are going to win and the doubt is going to win. So just checking in, is my why for this trip? And the good news is that's going to align with your business in general and your personal growth in general, is checking in to see, do I want to earn this trip? If I don't, why don't I? And is that reason based off of fear and doubt, or is it just like a legit, these are not my goals? Okay. And then that's going to align with how you want to grow your business anyway. So that's what's really beautiful about this. It all what works together. And then also just personally choosing to commit and hold the vision. So this is a lesson in our businesses in general, is just like shutting that back door and just choosing to commit, because it takes less energy to choose to commit than going back and forth. So let's just decide, if I'm going for the trip, I'm choosing to commit to that and I'm holding that vision. The end. And then the next is, in an effort to not get overwhelmed. That is personally where I do tend to go. I'll be honest, like I'll kind of spin out and I'll just get overwhelmed, and that's not fun. Like that is just not a fun space to be in. And that doesn't bring me joy, and my Arbonne business should bring me joy. So then I, again, in a self-monitoring way, I've just had to, again, really check in with myself and say, here's the deal. You just got to do the next best thing and do the things that matter the most. So in earning this trip, what matters the most? And that is, you could probably answer that, but what matters the most is sharing the business consistently and following up with that. That's what matters the most. Also, just even following up on products with people that, if you'll say you're a seasoned consultant, people that you've shared with in the past, that follow-up and those constant conversations lead to business asks. So all of that daily that is what matters the most. Just do the next best thing consistently. Don't get too stressed on the numbers. In fact, don't get stressed on the numbers at all, but be consistent. That is key. And then the next note I had was what Dina just shared, which was the replenish me. That has nothing to do with this. I had taken notes earlier and that was the next thing down there. But I would say, like, it literally is just getting back in touch with how can I remember my belief, right? That's first and foremost. And then how can I then use that to fuel me to share this with others? And that excitement is what people pick up on. So if you first have the belief and that why, and remembering that why, and guess what? That might mean you need to regrow or change your why. There's that too. Our why maybe got watered down. Then we do that. We're going to jazz up the why, because that is where all the fuel comes from. And a lot of that is helping others. That's so fulfilling. And it's incredible that we literally can earn a living. We can go on these incredible trips by getting over ourselves if fear and doubts are our concern, and helping others. So just changing that, so much about just changing your mindset. That's all. That's what I have, Dina. Thank you.
I pausing in case that you were going to say something else, because I could just listen to you go longer and longer if you wanted to, because I love learning from you. Hope y'all got all that down, because Connolly keeps things so simple, keeping the main thing, the main thing. And that was excellent, excellent training on that, Con. Thank you. As you heard Connolly, make the emphasis on what is most important is sharing the opportunity, because obviously you're not going to go do 16,000 a month QV all by yourself. You're going to help others to start their own businesses successfully. And I think that, that's why we asked the question on Facebook yesterday, write in what obstacle is in your way, what kind of fears or hesitations do you have about sharing it. And I thought, oh my goodness, I look at each possible fear, and I'm sure I don't even have all of them down here, and think I could do a whole evening's training on each one, and I'm only going to be able to give like a tiny bit. But that fear of rejection, fear of what people will think, is one that comes up frequently. And one of my favorite quotes, and I'm just going to make myself say this one sentence and not elaborate, but it stuck with me the first time I saw it, and that's, if you live for people's praise, you will die by their criticism. We'll make one comment. I think that's one thing this business has really given me, is to let go of opinions out there. and not live for the praise and approval of everyone. You will never have it. Okay, move on to the next one. A lot of people have expressed that it could be awkward if between you and that other person if they say no. Well, that is all about your own mindset, where you're coming from when you offer it, about how you respond if it isn't for them right now. If you make it awkward, it will be awkward. The power of that is with you. So if you're asking someone, our favorite if I would you question, if I sent you a recorded call of someone who also is in blank, give a profession or a background that relates to them, would you watch it? And then, ask if you can talk when they've watched it, and then say, this may or may not be a fit for you. If it's not, no problem. We'll still, and then, whatever, this is how I say it, whatever it was that we were doing, if I were young enough to be waiting on kids at the bus stop, I'd say, well, we'll still wait for our kids at the bus stop together as always, or we'll still take, walks every other morning in the neighborhood as always. We'll be playing tennis as always. I'll cheer for you in the network, in our networking meeting as always, whatever. Just wanted to offer this because I think you'd be amazing. And I know I would love spending time with you. And then if you listen to this and it's not for you, maybe someone will come to your mind next week or 6 months from now where you will think, you would be perfect for this. Send them to me. I just want you to understand what it is so you'll be able to, recommend it to someone. I've never had it become awkward if someone says no because I choose not to get weird about it. So there's some simple advice. Don't get weird. You weren't weird before. Don't start being weird now. So just keep it very, just like I always give the example of if I, recommended my favorite Mexican food restaurant and someone said, I hate Mexican food. They haven't just said they didn't want to go to dinner with me. They just don't want to have Mexican food. Keep it as not personal, don't make it personal. There we go. The fear of leading someone else. Your regional vice president is there to help you. Get them on a 3-way call to talk with them. If they begin the business, get them on the Zoom call for the strategy session so that you learn while watching. I know that one fear expressed, I've been in Arbonne for a year and haven't promoted to district yet. So how can I tell someone how to promote to district, much less that they can, have these dreams that take them to the area and VP levels? And this is where I would say, leave the past behind. Let today be the beginning of a new chapter full of growth, adventure, possibility. That old saying that the best time to plant a tree was yesterday, but the second best time is today. Make that be today. Memorize Dr. Tom Barrett's 4 ingredients for success, which will sound very closely related to what I've just shared. And that is determine what you want, decide what you're willing to give up or exchange for what you want, surround yourself with people who will help you get what you want, have a plan that works, and work the plan. And kind of like it sounds like you could have written that because it's all these simple statements. I love that. So let me just quickly, if you didn't get them all down, determine what you want, decide what you're willing to give up or exchange for what you want, surround yourself with people who will help you get what you want, have a plan that works, and then work the plan. I feel like a part of every fear can be traced back to making it about ourselves and not about the other person. If their thoughts are like, but I need a business builder, I need to grow my team, I need this person to join me, I need you so I can earn this trip. Any kind of thinking like that are all examples of making it about ourselves. And one reason, as I was just reflecting on this today, that I believe that offering the business came very natural for me early on, is that of the 3 main things I could be calling to offer someone in Arbonne, becoming a client, ordering these products at a discount, or asking them to host where they would get extra discounts and free products, or offering the business opportunity. It was clear to me that the business opportunity was the standout. It was the one which would benefit the other person the most. The products, yes, were going to change their skin or their health, Hosting would get them some one-time extra discounts and free products, but the opportunity that I have to offer has the potential to change the other person's life on so many levels. That's the one that is just the most obvious to make about the other person, right? I've got a couple more things I want to say, but I want to quickly do recognition. We might be going about 5 minutes over tonight, but let me share the screen quickly and let's get started right here. In qualification for district manager, we have Mary Alice Vaughn, enrolled by Anna Nice. And in qualification for area manager is Anna Nice, enrolled by me. And then I want to congratulate everyone who has already registered for GTC 2024, Connolly, Fran, Thomas, Shay, Amber Fry, Courtney, Nadina, and myself. And what do those 8 names have in common? We were all there. Whoa, almost all. Okay, but have been there before. Everyone has been there, before and is coming back. So I encourage you all. There's still a price break in December. It's $2.99 to register in December. It'll go up January 1st. So I hope that when I post this in January, we will have doubled the names because you want to be there. All right. Customer acquisition bonus earners, district manager bonus, Amber Fry, Connolly Stewart, and congrats to both of you, and congrats, Amber, on earning your area manager bonus as well. Great job to both of you. And then we always recognize tops in changing lives. This is enrolling, who enrolled and changed 5 lives or more. There we go again, Connolly and Amber, congrats. Changed 1 life or more. I can't see my whole screen. Olga, Fran, Ashley, I can't see it all, Janet, Allison, Stephanie, Courtney, and myself. And are we there? Tops in changing lives. Here we go. Top district in changing lives. And I was just recognized the top 3, Amber, Connolly, and then a tie between Courtney and Allison. Top area in changing lives, Amber, Connolly, and then a tie between Fran and myself. So congrats to all of you. And the last, tops in sales and perfect brick. Top personal sales, this is CQV, Amber, Connolly, myself. Perfect brick, Connolly and Amber. And the 2,500 building block, that is having 2,500 in CQV or more, Connolly, Amber, myself, Fran, Rihanna, and Rachel. So congrats to all of you. And I'm going to get right back here and wrap up here. This is my last piece of advice for tonight. There might be a little bit more coming about the trip, probably a lot more coming about the trip in the months to come. I believe that some of the best advice I was ever given, and it was given to me in 2019 when our team was ready to become a nation, but the number required still seemed really big. And it was a training that EMVP Carrie McDonald did about keeping your vision big and making the numbers a small thing. And that changed everything for me, because we get so overwhelmed when we focus on how huge a number is. And the more we look at that number, the bigger it looks and the more impossible it looks. Plus, it makes us look at ourselves way too much. It makes us look at what we don't have way too much. So back to recap what Connolly was saying earlier, get clear on your vision and don't be afraid to dream even bigger. Remember, it's a win if you choose to have a dream and that you go for it. It's a win that you'll grow and become a stronger person in the process. And then focus on waking up that sleeping giant inside of another person and then another, helping them to dream again with you, helping them to believe, helping them to fuel that belief, and then everyone getting into the activity that matches the respective visions. One last and very related announcement before I close. Cecilia is going to be offering another 30 hard starting January 2nd. Those of you who are new don't know what this is, but this goes hand in hand with what we've been talking about tonight, not only about mindset, but activity. Cecilia is going to do a New Year's vision call on January 2nd. I don't know the time yet to kick this off. I will get the time right. I will check it. I will have 5 other people checking it. And I encourage you all to watch that call on January 2nd and go all in for the 30 hard in January. In a nutshell, it involves creating daily habits. It involves mindset work. It involves listening to a call daily, but they're only about 10 to 15 minutes at the very most, and they're 5 to 6 days a week. And of course, activity, consistent activity, time spent on the things that count, which is sharing the product, sharing the business. You do need a copy of the book Miracle Morning by Hal H-A-L Elrod. Cecilia said to get the regular one. If you look on Amazon now, you'll see that there's one for network marketers. She said, just get the regular one, which is great. That's the one that I have. And then that 90-day cycle to new habits journal is recommended, but not required. And you can see Fran's short Facebook Live that she did just a couple of weeks ago on the difference that using this has made for her. She uses the 12-month planner, and it includes the pages from the 90-day cycle to new habits journal. So I really encourage you all to do that in January, but also not to wait for that to begin, the good habits of filling your mind, with truth, listening to something that's positive, or listening to a training call. Hopefully Cecilia's will be by tomorrow. And really begin to, don't start January, cold. You've got the whole month of December, and it does count double volume for what we do towards the trip. So I'm going to close with a favorite quote. Many of you have heard this before, but I thought of it when I was talking about, dreaming bigger, not shrinking dreams to something smaller that is safer, but really having the courage to dream big and to have a vision and to be able to create change and choices, not only in our lives, but to help others do the same. So does Marianne Williamson ring a bell? This is a quote that I've heard many times before. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel secure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we're liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And I said 5 minutes over, and we're exactly on that. I appreciate y'all being on live, and hello to all of you who are watching the recording. Have a great month and Merry Christmas all month long. Love each one of you.